Good evening. It's been a while since I've done a proper pepper video. I've shot one or two that I haven't posted, but today we're gonna do a classic that I actually am surprised I didn't do last year since I had a whole other plant. But this one I got from a different nursery. This is a cayenne pepper. Cayennes are great. They're one of the best. Extremely versatile. Generally not super hot. Generally pretty enjoyable. And quite prolific. So this one is nice because it puts out some really pretty good size cayennes. I'm gonna leave the big one on so I can use it for later. Oh, hell, why not? Let's just use the big one for the video. Really nice and dark, still getting red fully, but a little potted plant. I've got several potted chilies this year. Pretty much all of them last year were in the raised beds, but this one right here, wash it off a little bit too, even though it's been hasn't been exposed to anything really. What's it gonna hurt? But yeah, this is a great looking specimen right here. This is the first one that grew in on the pepper. So let's see, there's supposed to be about 40,000 Scovilles, but they can range. And the ones I had last year were much thinner and crinkly. They definitely weren't as fleshy. This one has a lot of nice stiffness to it. Doesn't bend. The other ones were really kind of crinkle in on themselves and very thin. So these, I would say, are much more promising. And I'll probably end up transplanting these to raised bed I have just built out front so that people in the neighborhood can use them. But they're great for cooking, they're great for pickling, and of course making powder. Cayenne powder is great. So let's just go for it. Strange. There's actually zero heat on this one. Sometimes the first ones don't have much. Even getting to the back of the pepper, I'm not really tasting any. Bit of a dud. As far as the actual flavor that they have, almost kind of citrusy, a little fruity. Yeah, nothing to it. A little tangy. Try the next one. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No heat at all. Huh. Well, that just goes to show you a pepper can look pretty good, but won't have much going on. Well, let me try something else. This is an unripe cayenne from the other plant right now. You can see this is more kind of a string bean. Come to think of it, that was kind of the flavor of the last ones. Sorry, excuse me. I know these have some heat, these ones, so it's no fun in these videos if I'm not sweating and crying. Yeah, there's heat. Uh-oh. When they're unripe, they have a lot more. Oh boy. All right. That's as bad as it was gonna get. Wow. Okay, now it's tapering off. Okay. Whew. See, that was more like it. And yeah, that's much more table hot sauce kind of heat. Since they're unripe, they're still a little grassy. Since all the chlorophyll hasn't changed them from green to red and matured to the proper flavors. But oh boy. Oh yeah. Water doesn't exactly help with the heat, but there you go. You can see, got a little more reaction that time. Oh man. Okay. So, yeah, the other ones, even though they're not very impressive looking, much more just scrawny, they do pack much more of a punch. Oh. It's like a second wave of the heat coming on now, where it's much more of a stinging kind of sensation. The first part was really burning, now it's really stingy. Yeah, and it's just at the tip of the tongue, front line of the tongue, and it's like radiating. Not really much flavor to speak of though. I don't know. Now it's kind of just pleasant, just that burn that it has going right now. That's pretty good actually. So Cayennes, you can't beat them. I'm gonna throw in here. Let me just take a shot of the other one here. Here is the actual cayenne plant there. You can tell from the side. Yeah. This is already its second year right now, so. And I did not trim it back, which I should have, because it is not getting a lot of foliage yet. All right, so you can see this plant has a little ways to go. It's probably just the first ones to come out, aren't really that hot. This is a nice plant for a pot. It's always good to have chilies in a pot. Some work better than they do in a raised bed, so. Whew, still going. Heat's still there. So I'm gonna let that go down. It stays with you for a couple minutes. And for not being a high Scoville unit, it does have those two waves of heat and two different types of heat effects on it. So that's my recommendation to watch out for if you're gonna try these. But when you cook them, usually you don't get too much more than that. So I'd say go to your local nursery, find a cayenne plant. If you're gonna get into peppers, it's a good start. Jalapenos and cayennes, serranos, those are your good baseline. Habaneros are great too. All right, see y'all later.